Hello, this is Bill again, and I got a fun little recipe I'm kind of experimenting with, and I just wanted you to kind of see how the whole process goes. I'm going to make a kind of a spicy tomato sauce with a twist, and I'm going to put on a bit of pasta and top it with some nice fillet of fish. I happen to have grouper. It's kind of funny how, you know, things are going kind of crappy at the grocery store, harder to get stuff, so we're trying to do a little more experiment. Don't have as much access to fresh stuff, but anyway, so let's start with, I got some yellow onion here. I just want to get started. Just want to get this onion cooked in a little hot olive oil. It's always so funny when I'm editing these videos. This is the loudest sound. That's all the stuff that I saute. But I can talk over it, trust me. Let's get started here. I think it's fun that you can kind of look and see some of the things I've made. Some of them were old hat that I've made a million times and I can make with my eyes closed, and some of these are just a little more spontaneous depending on what I have in the cupboard or what I can buy. This is mostly cupboard stuff. Give that a second. So I'm going to like flash sear the fish, so then I'm going to come back and finish up the sauce. So while that's all happening, I do have my oven on about 300 just to keep the fish warm, and I've got my pan over here for that. I just got on low heat, you know, just want to get that metal and the olive oil off heat. Oh, look at that. Oven's at temperature. And all these great plans yesterday, getting out to the store and trying to find something new, and walked out and I had a flat tire, so kind of ruined my day a little bit, but here we are. Alright. So clearly the onions softening up. So I got a couple cloves of garlic. I don't want to kill it, I just want to get a little bit of flavor in there. Like I always said, I don't cook garlic a whole long time. I can already smell it. I get asked a lot about substituting, because people will be like, oh, there's one ingredient in that recipe I don't like, so I'm not going to try it. I'm like, how about either leaving it out or substituting, depending how important it is in the recipe. It's kind of crazy, but if you see something, you just want to let me know you don't like that ingredient, I can probably give you options on substitution. Okay, don't want to let this garlic get too crazy. So I got a bag of baby fish. Throw it in here. I actually have a recipe I like where you take spinach and wilt it, and then That's like my version of cream spinach, but way over the top. And it's always so funny to start with a big huge pot. So mix it in. Mixed in with the onion and the garlic. It's magic. It's all disappearing. I finally got a good wilt on that. I'll turn it down because now we're just going to kind of let things mix. So what do I have? I have a can of diced tomatoes. Throw in here. These are fire roasted diced tomatoes. I love the flavor of them. They're going to mix up real nice with the spinach and the onion and the garlic. Turn it back up a little bit. You can see the burn marks on the tomatoes. So I about cried when I saw them in the grocery store. They're, you know, going to be over $3 a can for canned tomatoes. Alright, so now what do I need to do? I need a little flavor. So I've got some fresh ground pepper. I've got a pinch of oregano. I got a pinch of crushed red pepper, oregano, fresh ground pepper, and just a teeny pinch of salt. You need a little salt. I'm not a big fan of putting salt and stuff, but you're really going to need it just to kind of, especially with the blandness of the spinach, we need to bring out some of those flavors. Get this mixed around. I just want to keep this warm, let everything get flavored up. Stirring this, let's move on to the second. I'm going to turn this up a little bit and get a little heat in here. And this is pretty typical if I'm experimenting. I'm probably going to take a piece of the fish that I won't be eating for dinner tonight just because of how it looks and how it tastes. So this is just the part I cut off. I'm going to throw it in here, and I got it pretty hot. Always wash your hands. Okay, so we're just going to let this cook for a minute. Just want to keep an eye on this. I don't want this to boil too hard. Now, I I wasn't sure, I wanted to check this out. There's not as much liquid as I thought there would be. So what I need to do, oh darn, what I hate to do, is I'm going to put about 1/4 of a cup, just some basic white wine in here. That's going to evaporate out some, so it's not going to be a whole lot of liquid, but I just need enough liquid in here to make a good sauce. I like the colors. You've got your tomatoes, the whiteness, the opaqueness of the onion. You can see the garlic in here. Got the spinach. Just a nice, pretty thing of beauty. This just kind of stay happy. And so I've been cooking this piece of fish for just about a minute. Won't take too long. It's thick. I like having thicker fillets, especially when I'm grilling, because you want enough time to get all the flavors in. And in this case, if it's too thin, it's just going to cook too fast, and it's not going to get any color. This is all about just get a little pinch of color in here. It smells really good. Now let's see how my science experiment is going. It's got a little blonde to it, and the flour is what's really going to do that. You just put a piece of fish in here, you're probably not going to get any color or anything real fancy out of it. Pork area clean. This is going to be beautiful. Beautiful. So by now I've already cooked some of the alcohol, or cooked the alcohol of wine, so we're just getting that flavor. I was very resistant to put a whole lot in because I just want a little bit of flavor. This is really basic, not a whole lot of extra stuff in here, and it's going to go pair really well with a little bit of fish. So, you know, you just start something like this and you sit here and chat away. So what I'm doing is I'm going to get this sauce all ready for dinner tonight, and then all I do is heat it up, and while it's heating up, I've got some really beautiful pieces of grouper. Buy it in season. I buy it as much as I can. So I want to, I'll have everything ready to kind of throw together at the end, so it makes it pretty painless. I like doing as much prep work as I can during the day, except for work days. But then of course I do prep work on the weekend or during the week too. You know, there are ways to avoid getting, I call it the TV dinner syndrome. And don't be fooled, those pre-made meals that you can either get at your grocery store or wherever, they had to put something in it to keep them staying fresh. Or they wouldn't real healthy for you. So let me just see. It's smelling pretty toasty. Oh, it broke. Oh well. Still tastes the same. It'll look the same. Alright, what I'm going to do, I turn this off. Let it cool a second. It's going to go in the oven. Alright, so this is cooling. Let's finish the sauce up. So, I've got some nice fresh basil that I chopped up this morning. Basil's kind of delicate, doesn't last very long. So if I had a bunch of basil growing, I'd try and figure out how to use it. Then, I've got some goat cheese. It's seasoned goat cheese. I think this is chive and garlic or something. Anything will do. You need about 4 ounces. That's in the recipe at the end. If you're not a big fan of goat cheese, this is one of my examples of substitution, because I know I get asked this all the time. Like the Boursin cheeses, they're not goat cheese. You can get them flavored. It's going to taste basically the same. So this is going to work as my thickener. Just going to let that melt in here. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Up. Now you understand why I needed some liquid in here from the tomatoes. I had to add the wine. Totally changes how this looks. And it's funny, even though I turned the heat off on the fish, it's still over there sizzling away, so you can put it in the oven. And this is heating up really nicely. Alright. That's it. Doesn't it look good? Oh yeah, this is... I start to drool about this time as I'm cooking. So last but not least, I just think when you have fish, one of my things is I love olives. Went to one of my favorite specialty stores yesterday and I was in a hurry. And I couldn't find what I wanted, so normally I'd use like some calamalas that they have there. you can buy in bulk. So what I'm going to do instead is I just want to get just a few of these sliced black olives. Basically, I could either use them as a topping, but I want to cook them through. So I'm just going to mix them in here. Just a couple. Everything's heated through. Everything's mixed up. So let's see how we're going to plate this. So I just want some pasta, not a whole lot, I just want enough pasta on here so that it's going to have something to mix with the sauce. I'll take a spoonful. These tomatoes look good, actually. So I'll put an extra tomato in there for me. This is how I'm going to plate it. See, it's got some nice color. So that's my piece of grouper that broke in half, but still looks lovely. Didn't take anything to cook it. Got that sauce in there, just a little pasta to make it smell good. And I just think it's a really pretty presentation, and this is how I like it. I like the sauce underneath, so you can see how pretty the fish looks. And see, it's got some beautiful color to it. And I think this looks really great. So basically, this is a really pretty easy recipe. You could use any of your favorite kind of fish. I'm going to use salmon, that's a little strong. But basically, this is a pretty simple dish. You saw, made it live right here. So I'm hoping that you're willing to try, kind of venture out. I think presentation's a great thing. You could throw in some fresh grated Parmesan cheese if you wanted. Don't buy the stuff in the dry goods section. It needs to come from your favorite deli. It actually has an expiration date. It's actually real. You could do something cool, like if you get some shaved pieces, you could lay them on there where they're nice and hot. They're going to kind of melt into the fish. I would normally probably maybe garnish this with a little Italian parsley if you want, but I think there's enough green stuff in there. So basically, like I said, if you have any questions, I want you to comment. I always answer them in a timely fashion. Enjoy this kind of stuff. Enjoy my videos. I hope you subscribe. Please feel free to ask questions, give opinions, and watch and try. If there's a step you don't like, ask me and I'll talk you through it. But either way, this is pretty simple. So try something new today, enjoy it, and have fun in the kitchen. Have a great day.